Now at 4:30 on WKYT this morning, we're tracking a developing story out of Louisville right now where police say 2 inmates broke out of jail late last night. We'll have the details straight ahead.
We have an update this morning on a search for a missing man with ties to Lexington who is lost in South America.
And following a deadly shooting, Kentucky lawmakers are deciding how to try to make law enforcement safer.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning to you and welcome. It's nice to have you along here on this Tuesday morning. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. Let's get a first look at the weather right now with Micah.
Another good looking start to the day. It's on the chilly side though. We're sitting in the upper 40s. Lower 50s at this very moment. Those clouds have kind of cleared on out of here. It's a beautiful start. And we're looking at 46 now in Danville. That's our cool spot, Mount Sterling at 48. We're sitting there in the 50s here in the Bluegrass for most locations, but I do believe we'll finish off there in the upper 40s when it's all said and done. Today's forecast will be right there, pretty much where we were yesterday, mid to upper 70s. Just awesome weather in store, and it lasts throughout your work week too. Now heading out to your weekend, that's a little bit of a different story as the front moves toward us. I'll get into that forecast in just a few minutes.
Okay, we'll see you then, and we thank you.
New this morning, WKYT is tracking a developing story out of Louisville this morning. Authorities are on the lookout for the second of 2 men they say broke out of jail late last night.
Louisville Metro Correction says about 9 o'clock last night, 29-year-old Matthew Johnson and 37-year-old Christopher Cornelius broke out of the jail facility in the middle of downtown Louisville. Corrections officers say the two escaped by tying bed sheets together and climbing down the roof. They say the two were behind bars on drug offenses. Within the past few minutes, WKYT has also learned from multiple sources that police apparently have arrested Cornelius. They say Johnson is still on the run. Police in Bell County say they have found an escaped inmate overnight. The Bell County jailer says 38-year-old Jason Carbone escaped late last night. He was found around midnight in neighboring Knox County. Carbone had been in jail since Friday for vandalism and burglary.
We have an update this morning into the search for a man with Lexington ties who's gone missing in Bolivia. Enrique Rodriguez is a geophysicist who went to Henry Clay High School and studied at the University of Kentucky. He went missing more than 2 weeks ago. Well, overnight, we've learned that a search scheduled for today has been delayed until tomorrow. That's according to a post by his father on a GoFundMe account. Right now, they plan to start looking for Enrique tomorrow morning. Also new this morning, police in Woodford County investigating a crash on the Bluegrass Parkway overnight. Happened around 12:30 just south of Versailles. Police say a driver somehow lost control of their car, hit another one. Both cars flipped. No one was hurt. Authorities still unsure what caused that driver to crash.
Family and friends of a Bath County teenager who was critically hurt in a car wreck are coming out to try to support him. 16-year-old Aaron Williams suffered critical injuries after his car crashed on the way to a homecoming dance on Saturday night. Dozens prayed with his parents outside UK Hospital where he's being treated. Others gathered outside the First Church of God in Winchester to pray. WKYT's Sam Smith has more on the story.
Chris and Veronica Williams are by their son's side right now. Aaron was in a crash over the weekend and is fighting for his life. His father, Chris, is a pastor here in Clark County.
See, that could be any one of us that's in his position right now.
The prayer vigil tonight is made up of pastors from around the area and members of the community that wanted to show their support through prayer.
I believe God's going to answer prayer.
Aaron was on his way to a homecoming dance Saturday. He lost control of his car and crashed. Another driver witnessed the wreck and pulled Aaron from the burning car. That man told me he was just in the right place at the right time. Aaron's family says he suffered serious head trauma in the crash. Through this prayer vigil, the people here hope they can help the family during this tough time.
Brother Chris, just like the Bible says, we're family, and Chris loves his family. And his son, he loves him dearly.
In Clark County, Sam Smith, WKYT.
There was also a candlelight vigil at Epperson First Church of God in Clark County. Family and friends of a Laurel County woman allegedly killed by her estranged boyfriend are planning to hold a vigil for her tonight. Amber Decker died last week. Laurel County Sheriff's deputies say Joseph Nestor killed her. He pleaded not guilty in court this weekend. Nestor will be back in court today. Decker's vigil is set for 8 o'clock tonight at the Engineer Street Bridge in Corbin.
Well, WKYT is tracking the search for a truck wanted in connection to a deadly hit and run. Berea police say someone driving a red pickup hit and killed 71-year-old Billy Croucher late Friday night. The crash happened at the corner of Prospect and Forest Streets. Croucher's son hopes the driver will come forward.
I just wish somebody would have done something instead of just letting him lay there, you know, like a dog or something on the side of the road. But, you know, there's cruel people in the world.
And police say the red pickup they're looking for has rust spots and damage on the front driver's side. House Speaker Greg Stumbo wants lawmakers to help keep state police safer following a deadly shooting. Stumbo is proposing retrofitting cruisers with a bullet-resistant laminate film. It comes a week after Trooper Joseph Cameron Ponder died when a driver fired shots into his cruiser. Stumbo says the film may have changed the outcome in Trooper Ponder's case. Well, new this morning, a man accused of cutting a man multiple times and throwing him off a third-floor balcony has been arrested. Police say early Sunday morning, 37-year-old Gregory Niles walked up to a man, cut him multiple times with a knife. They say Niles then threw that man over a third-story balcony, breaking his back. When police arrested him yesterday, they say he admitted to the crime. They also say he hid the knife, or he told them that. He's charged with assault and evidence tampering.
The time is 4:36 on WKYT this morning. The ACLU is claiming that Rowan County Clerk Kim Davis still isn't following federal court orders. The group filed a motion yesterday that argues the way she altered marriage licenses after her release from jail does not comply with court orders. The ACLU wants the office to issue the same licenses it gave out before Davis was released. 4 of her 6 deputies reported to a federal judge. No eligible couples have been denied any marriage licenses. Lexington city leaders are still trying to figure out what to do about a pair of controversial statues. Last night, the City Arts Review Board heard from people both for and against removing statues of John Hunt Morgan and John C. Breckinridge. The two fought for the Confederacy during the Civil War. City leaders are also considering what to do with a marker that details the history of the city's slave trade.
We propose to leave and conserve Lexington's historic monuments. However, we also propose to include public art that elevates the status of those who have had a lesser voice throughout history.
Is it advocating? My view is it's advocating a particular view, not telling a historical reality. So I would strongly disagree with the so-called historical perspective or argument that's been made that we're erasing history. We're not.
And no decision was made last night.
Keeneland needs a little extra help for this year's fall meet. The track typically hires about 1,000 seasonal employees. This time they need nearly 1,500 because of the Breeders' Cup. Keeneland expects 20,000 visitors each day during the fall meet and 40,000 a day during the Breeders' Cup.
We're looking for prep cooks and line cooks, bar backs, dishwashers, food handlers, and a few more.
And the fall meet begins October 2nd. Breeders' Cup is October 30th and 31st. Comes as a huge relief to anyone driving on Lexington's west side this morning. A new portion of Citation Boulevard connecting Georgetown to Leestown roads opened yesterday. Those who live in the area say it will make it quicker and easier now to get to the interstate.
The roads in this area are pretty small. Some of the back roads, like the roads that I travel on to get to my home from Leestown Road, are pretty narrow and difficult to navigate, kind of dangerous in a couple of spots. You know, now it's a 4-lane corridor, and we'll be much better, much faster, and much more organized, I hope, than what we've had to travel on in the past.
The project cost $25 million. The bulk of that money came from the state, but the city also shared in the cost. Much relief to them over there.
Yeah, appears to be a nice improvement over there. We'll keep check on it. It is 4:39 on WKYT this morning, and we're just getting started. Nice to have you along.
Food has a tendency to bring people together. Moms Every Day explains how to organize a meal train when we return.
A pretty chilly start out there this morning, sitting in the upper 40s, lower 50s. Now we look towards your afternoons, and it's getting slightly warmer each and every day. I'll show you that forecast coming up.